Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here. I first discovered the work of Studio Ghibli when I hired a VHS copy of Spirited Away. I was blown away by it. I became obsessed with it, like to a crazy level. I wouldn't shut up about it. I wanted to see more movies like it. Luckily, the British television channel Film 4 started to have a Studio Ghibli season, where they screened a load of Ghibli movies, including one of my favourites, Castle in the Sky, the subject of today's episode. Laputa, Castle in the Sky is a fantasy adventure. One night, an orphan called Pazu spots something falling from the sky. It turns out to be a girl called Sheeta. He discovers that a gang of pirates, captained by the elderly Dola, and the army, led by the shady Colonel Muska, are after Sheeta's magic crystal. Sheeta and Pazu soon find out that Sheeta is related to the people of Laputa, an ancient society that used to live in a castle in the sky. While Dola simply wants Sheeta's treasure, Muska desires the crystal to help him find Laputa. What could he be planning, and will our heroes be able to stop him? This movie is so much fun. I mean, come on, it's a fantasy adventure full of pirates, robots, steampunk and magic. These are the perfect ingredients for an exciting movie. Castle in the Sky provides plenty of high-octane action full of explosive thrills, but it also spaces out the battles and set pieces with quiet moments to let us soak in the otherworldly atmospheres and strong emotions. I also love the setting of this movie. It's very unique. The backdrops look like period Europe, and the technology is like advanced futuristic steampunk. This gives the film a very original and distinct identity to set it apart from other fantasy adventure films. Also, when we finally see Laputa, there's no disappointment. Laputa is breathtaking in scope. You can really feel how big it is and how high it is in the sky. It has a beautiful design that looks mystically strange, and its overgrown plant life adds character to its aging. In addition, there's a running deep theme of technology and man's relationship with it in the film. How technology can be used for constructive and destructive purposes, as well as what happens to technology when it's abandoned. It mainly uses Laputa's robot guardians to explore these ideas. Graceful creatures designed to defend Sheeta, yet they end up causing destruction in the process of protection. I love this level of depth for someone who is fascinated with the flaws of technology and the mortality of artificial intelligence. I'm going to give 5 points to the content in this film. Sheeta is a very empathetic character. She truly feels for everyone around her and cherishes living things, including artificial life, whether they're good or bad people. There's something sweet and touching about her kind concern for others. The film mainly focuses on her relationship with her heritage as she gradually tries to accept her responsibility as a princess. As the movie goes along, she matures, proves herself and faces what Laputa means to her. Pazu is an awesome guy. What I love about him is his resilience. He always seems prepared, he overcomes conflicts by adapting to the environment around him, and he has an optimistic attitude towards adventure. He also has a personal connection to Laputa, as his father once saw the castle, yet no one believed him. So he's not in the film for the sake of it. Laputa means something to him. Muska is a very slimy screen presence. What makes him intimidating is his relentless confidence. He walks and talks like a man who will stop at nothing, knows how to bend situations to his benefit, and most importantly, he seems to be very knowledgeable about Laputa, which is very scary considering that he's leading an army and doesn't seem trustworthy. Dola is honestly one of my favourite Ghibli characters ever. She's tough, brash, and takes her pirate life seriously despite having a scrappy ship and a dopey crew. Yet behind her loud exterior lies a soft-hearted woman who develops a fondness for Pazu and Sheeta. Her crew are also hilarious, providing some of the best comic relief in the film. They're a bunch of silly, clumsy man-children. They're so damn funny. I'm going to give 5 points to the characters. As usual for a Studio Ghibli production, the animation is superb. It goes for a very cartoony style, which certainly fits the film's wild, crazy antics and wicked energy. At the same time, there are little subtle things added to the character animation to add believable quirks, realistic movements, and an eye into what the character is thinking. Some people might think that these tiny gestures are mundane and pointless, but I think they really bring something to the table. They make the characters feel more alive. Miyazaki is so good at capturing the little details of casual movements. Castle in the Sky's animation is intelligent, charismatic and expertly performed. It's excellent. I'm going to give 5 points to the animation. Anna Paquin voices Sheeta, and she's okay. I mean, to be honest, it sounds like she's reading the role, not acting the role. She doesn't capture the growing strength of her character.
But the beam from the crystal was pointing directly due east. You sure about this?
Yes, I'm sure I could see the sun rising from the tower. You know, it's the end of grass cutting season, so the sun rose not from due east, but a little further south. The light was pointing to the left of the hill from which the sun rose. You see?
Pretty smart.
James Van Der Beek makes Patsu's voice sound like his voice is breaking, which kind of works, considering that this movie is sort of Patsu's coming-of-age story.
Hey! 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 We're gonna jump on, Sheeta!
Right! Come on!
Hey, Patron! Who's your friend there? Her name is Sheeta! Pirates are after us!
Mark Hamill voices Muska. He channels elements of his Joker character, which really works because Muska requires a voice that's a balance of confidence and madness.
I understand. It's your crystal. The force of the sacred light has brought the robot back to life. The way to Laputa has been opened. Let me go!
Cloris Leachman voices Dola, and she is brilliant. She genuinely sounds like an old lady taking on the pirate's life.
Hey, Mom, can I keep this money?
Up and sold a little girl, did you? I know your type.
You don't know what you're talking about!
They offered you money and you took it, didn't you?
I only left because Sheeta told me to. That's why.
So you believed her and you came back here, right? You're just a scared little boy who runs away!
Says you! You don't even have the guts to stand at the Muska in the army!
He who turns and runs away can steal the treasure another day!
So true.
Don't you think it's kind of strange that the army has gotten into the kidnapping business?
I'm going to give 4 points to the voice acting. I love the music for this film. It's one of my favourite Ghibli movie soundtracks. The music supports the movie so much, helping to add some hefty weight to the big set pieces, quiet emotional moments, and strange fantasy elements. It's brilliant at sounding otherworldly and mystical, as it paints Laputa as a mysterious and overwhelming presence. It makes the action shine with some fun, bombastic compositions. Plus, it makes the quieter moments very relaxing too, with some really atmospheric sounds. The music for this movie really helped me to get invested in what was going on and drew me into this world around our characters. It's such a great score. I'm going to give 5 points to the music. To conclude, Castle in the Sky is a thought-provoking, action-packed, hilarious and exciting movie. I highly recommend it to Studio Ghibli fans. Castle in the Sky has gained 24 points, which translates to 4 3/4 ancient strawberries out of 5. If you enjoyed such films as Steam Boy or Porco Rosso, then I think you will definitely love Castle in the Sky. So, the next episode of Jambareeqi Reviews is going to be the season finale. That's right, the last episode of season 11. But the past 2 seasons have ended with some terrible films. Surely season 11 is going to end on a high note. Right? Cheerio, folks.